So now, it is my pleasure to welcome to the stage Renee Levine, Community Engagement Manager, Alan Glenister, Intel Software Engineer, and Chief of Goldfield Ranch Volunteer Fire Department, Paul Valesky from Arizona Community Foundation, Chief Financial Officer, and Bob Brantley, Rebuilding Chairman from Peoples Valley.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you so much for coming out to the show this evening. The talent of our employees always amazes me, but the diversity of the acts tonight has just brought our show to a whole new level. Don't you agree? I would like to acknowledge all of the volunteers that have made this tonight possible. Our task force that coordinates the show, listed on the back of your program, although we forgot one very important member of the team, Cheryl Cassie. The crew that supports the show, and also the Center for the Arts that does this sound for us tonight, and also Karan, our MC. I think he's doing a great job. So back to the reason of why we're here tonight. We all know of the horrific fire and the tragic story of the 19 Granite Mountain hotshots who were lost on June 30th. It was a heartbreaking story. It was a heartbreaking day for their families and the communities of Yarnell and Prescott and the folks throughout Arizona, in fact, throughout the world. I have a friend that lives in New Zealand that sent me a note and just offered his support. We are here tonight to offer hope for the families of the loved ones who are affected, the loss of property, and also the loss of a loved one. Through the generosity of Intel employees who made personal donations to organizations such as the 100 Club, the Red Cross, and a variety of organizations in Yavapai County, the Intel Foundation is making a matching gift to the Yarnell Disaster Relief Fund. They are responsible for the rebuilding efforts in Yarnell, which Bob will tell you more about in just a moment. I know that earlier tonight that Bob's family, including his niece Danielle, who works at Intel, presented Bob with a plaque for his courage and dedication during this difficult time. So Bob, it is my pleasure to present a check from the Intel Foundation for $20,000 to support the rebuilding effort. And now I'm going to let Bob say a few words.
My wife says that she'll hold the check. When I saw the host with this tablet, this is an old school tablet, but it's got Intel inside. Words can't really express how much we thank Intel for their generosity, and you, all of you, for giving. As a firefighter for the Peoples Valley Fire Department, we all knew personally the Granite Mountain Hotshots. We refer to them as the 19. Most of our firefighters went to high school with them. They trained at the Wildfire Academy at Emery-Riddle in Prescott every year. Garrett, one of the 19, was a grandson of one of my firefighters. Carter was the only son of one of our local ranchers. So that's how it hit our town. Since the fire, I have retired from active service, and I have devoted my entire life to the volunteer job as rebuild chairman. This job is a daunting task. I just want you to feature or think of something. In this building is roughly 700 people. So, in my kind of math, divide it down, if you divide it down the middle, let's put 300 of you over here. That's how many people live in Yarnell. But 90 of those people on that side tonight, you've lost your home, your cars, your clothes, your everything. You were told to evacuate and get out in 20 minutes. So just think of that when you think of Yarnell and what they've suffered. They're still in that condition today. We've had many, many volunteer organizations come to our town and help clean it up. And we surely would like for you to come to our town, walk through, meet the people. If you've never been to Yarnell, you have to go through Wickenburg. It's the old Highway 89 to Prescott. And I think you'll enjoy the trip. If you think of it, there were 110 structures burnt down, 90 of them homes. All the infrastructure, your water, power, telephone is gone. It looks sort of like the moon. My job is to coordinate the efforts to build 11 homes for the uninsured people that fell below the poverty level. And your generosity, and with this check, you are going to provide the funds to build 1/2 of one of my homes. Thank you very much. Now, as a fireman, the lady that did the sand, I'm glad I didn't follow her because I'd be crying all the way through this. But I want to give a shout out to the Chandler Fire Department and all of their efforts, and I thank them. Keep strong.
Thank you, Bob. For most of you who've been to the show before, you know that typically we give one check. Well, tonight, we're lucky enough to give 2. So that was for the matching gift from all the Intel employees that made donations. And tonight, we're giving another one. So at Intel, we believe that every child should have access to education. We want the children who lost their dad in the fire to have the opportunity to attend college, and that's why we selected the Yarnell Memorial Scholarship Endowment as our beneficiary this year. It is administered and will be invested by the Arizona Community Foundation so that the children will have the financial ability to attend the college they choose. Through the financial support of the Intel Foundation and the direct involvement of our employees as volunteers, Intel supports programs and organizations throughout the world. One of our most utilized programs is the Intel Involved Matching Grant Program, where the Intel Foundation matches volunteer time of Intel employees at $10 per hour to the organization where the employee volunteers. In 2012, over 150,000 hours were logged by Arizona employees. Translates to more than $1 million in grants to over 500 nonprofit organizations and schools. Alan Glenister is one of our employees who is a software engineer by day and also serves as the volunteer chief of the Goldfield Ranch Volunteer Fire Department. And Alan is now going to do the honors by presenting the final check.
Thank you, Renee. As you can see, we have a lot of employees involved in the performances given tonight. This will be mine, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Taking the revenues from the ticket sales, the donations outside, and the volunteer hours, we at Intel are extremely proud to present this check to the Arizona Community Foundation for $20,073.75.
Thank you all for your patience during our check presentation, and now it's time for the final act.